Let's get sweaty.
Hey guys, welcome to a Shenmue Dojo video. Today's video is going to be a follow-up video to the video I released on May the 31st, which was looking at the Shenmue cameos in other video games across Sega titles and some other titles within gaming. So what's happened is on the forums there has been a topic pop up which has filled in some gaps that I talked about in the previous video, and I wanted to just do a follow-up video to go through some of those. There's some screenshots of certainly one of those that I mentioned, and there's some really quite obscure Shenmue references in games that I was completely unaware of. So shout out goes out to Nathan24, Miles Prower, Blue Mew, The Demon1238, and Yokosuka on the forums who have found these and documented these. I will pop the link in the YouTube description below so you can check those out. There may be more added as time goes on as well. If there's enough, again, I will do a follow-up part 2 video to this. So anyway, let's dive in. Let's find out what they are. So these are in no particular order. I've just documented these as we've gone through. So first and foremost, there's a game called Hell Yeah! Wrath of the Dead Rabbit, which was released in September 2012. Now this was published by Sega for the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, Steam and iOS. And the game itself includes a few references to Sega franchises, including the Dragon Mirror from Shenmue. It's part of the Pimp My Rabbit DLC, which is a bit of a funny name, but I guess it fits the game title. So you can use the Dragon Mirror to pimp up whatever ride you've got within the game itself. Something like really obscure, never knew anything about this, so that's cool to see. Then moving on, you've got Virtual Cop 3. Now, I mentioned this in the previous video, but I had no screenshots of this. But thanks to Nathan and Miles, I've managed to find this out. I'm going to use these and show these on the screen for you right now. So, first and foremost, you have May from Shenmue 2's Full Height Diner, who is an innocent bystander within the game, essentially hoping not to get blown away. You can also come across Kathy Wilkins, which is random, but she's there running off. You've also got the Jet Cola and the Bellwoods vending machines dotted around within the game itself. I didn't even know that again. So again, great little references there to Shenmue in games gone by there. And speaking of sort of virtuous series, we go into Virtua Fighter 4 and 5. Now, I mentioned the MJQ Jazz Bar in Virtua Fighter 5. Within that game and Virtua Fighter 4, I believe there's also references to Shenmue within the quest mode. So, for example, in 4, I believe there is an Akira model that has Ryo Hazuki, sort of his alias in inverted commas. And in Virtua Fighter 5, you will find characters referencing Shenmue. I think there's a pie one that references Shenmue, the tree will blossom again, for example, and other things like that. So, again, little subtle references that we may have missed, but cool all the same. Then coming on to this, and this is really random, this was found by Yokosuka on the forums, Duke Nukem Forever. Now this obviously had its own development, how we know all about that. It took I don't know how many years to get actually released. It was in active development for like 15 years or something silly. In the French release of the game, there is an achievement called Fork the Pork, believe it or not, which is then called Tasse le Bonjour de Rio, which Rio says hello is the translation. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. In order to achieve this, now this is the funny bit, the player must kill 6 pig cops using a forklift. So I don't know who made that up, but I love that. That's pretty funny, and it's very sort of Duke Nukem-y, those sorts of tongue-in-cheek references all the same. Another game sort of coming on, there's or an achievement rather, called Get Packed Fully Loaded. So it's an achievement in a game Fully Loaded. It's called Time for Our Daily Warm-Up Race, when you call $3,000 worth of damage in one game. That came from Blue Moo. The next one is a video. This is from a game called Neptunia, Sisters vs. Sisters. The Demon1238 found this. And what they do within this is they reference the release of Shenmue 3, the reception, I guess the development state in terms of what they had to deal with making the game itself. Generally speaking, it is fairly positive, but I do think there's probably a little bit of tongue-in-cheek to it, and also you can sort of take the positive with the negative, I guess, within that sort of video itself. But it's cool to see Shenmue referenced in a sort of more modern game like that, albeit maybe just a little bit sort of, I don't know, backhand is probably the wrong word, but in a slightly less complimentary style, perhaps. I'm just going to put it out there for you. Then sort of the final reference that I've got here is Incomini. Now this is a game that had a demo on Steam from May the 1st to May the 8th. It's by Nagai Industries. Dimitri there is a massive Shenmue fan, huge fan of the series. And essentially he's made a game which is a supermarket simulator with a sort of cozy twist with some stories. And it's all that sort of mundane, feel at home, cozy stuff that us Shenmue fans quite like. So in the game itself, you can use a dial-up phone. And you can call home to your grandmother, which the games will ask you to do. But then when you get curious and then start putting in Shenmue phone numbers, you get a variety of responses to this. So for example, if you pop in the number for warehouse number 8, you'll get someone pick up and give you the term Mother's Earth. Now, obviously your main character doesn't know what that is, so it gets all confused, and they hang up on you in true Shenmue fashion, so that's awesome. Call Hazuki Dojo, you get nothing. The number is out of service randomly, so this game's set in the mid-90s, so have they moved on? Who knows? If you call Naoki, he's very pissed off at you phoning him at that hour in the morning, which I find quite funny considering he answered the door at gone midnight to let Ryo use his motorbike. And if you call Nozomi again, I don't think you get anything there as well. So again, that's a cool little reference as well from a more modern game, which is due for release, I believe, this year, but we'll see how that ends up going forward. Lastly, there are some sort of then small miscellaneous cameos, I guess, as well. So within the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, you had a theme for Sega All-Stars Racing. One of those themes referenced Ryo's motorbike within that. And also you had a trophy within the game of Ryo's face, which I completely forgot. So it's a trophy icon when you achieve something. And then the last one I'm going to come on to is in Sonic Colors, the recent re-release, remaster, whatever you want to call it. You have a Shenmue avatar badge as part of the user selection within the game itself. So that is all the cameos I've put together. As I say, if there are more and it then necessitates a follow-up video like this, I will go and do one. But do let me know, guys. I'm happy to pick those up as we go through. So don't forget, guys, like, share, subscribe on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, on your usual places you can find us. Don't forget, for £2 a month, you can be a member and get all the videos ahead of time. Don't worry, though, if you don't, everything just goes onto Saturday scheduling system, and any money raised goes to the running costs and the competitions that James and I run for the website, etc. Thank you, as always, for dropping in on the Shenmue Dojo content, and I'll be back with a video in the not too distant future. But for now, guys, take care, have a good one.